Punacha parang bhikkhave bhikkhu. Abhikkhande vadikkhande. Sambhajanakari hoti. Alokite vilokite. Sambhajanakari hoti. Saminjite vasarite. Sambhajanakari hoti. Sanghadipatta chivara dharane. Sambhajanakari hoti. Asite pite khaite saite. Sambhajanakari hoti. Uchchara passavakamme. Sambhajanakari hoti. Kathetite nisinne sutte. Jagarite bhasite tunhi bhave. Sambhajanakari hoti. Iti achatang va kaye kayana passi viharati. Vaitha va kaye kayana passi viharati. Achatta bahittha va kaye kayana passi viharati. Samudaya dhammana passiva. Kayasmin viharati. Vaya dhammana passiva. Kayasmin viharati. Samudaya vaya dhammana passiva. Kayasmin viharati. Attikayo diva. Panassa Satipaṭṭhāna hoti. Yavadeva jnanamattaya. Patissatimattaya. Anissito ca viharati. Naca kinji loke upadiyati. Evam bhikkho bhikkhave. Bhikkhu kaye kayana passi viharati. Sambhajana pappang nitthitam.
Okay. So here it is not just the four main postures, although under the four main postures there's one final clause which says that in whichever way the body is disposed, in that way he knows it. Right or not? Which covers everything else. But how come there's a repetition here? In this section on Sampajana, this Sampajana pabba, section on clear knowing, where the other minor postures are detailed, right? In going forward with turning, etc., even going to very small details like various in the whole process of eating, and even in answering the calls of nature, even keeping silent and talking. So it is in the Mahasi tradition, this is particularly emphasized, where the yogi is encouraged to practice mindfulness throughout the whole day, being aware of physical activities. which is actually very good and which is also part of the gradual training. Yeah, to be mindful throughout the whole day, anchoring yourself to your bodily activities, your bodily movements. But as I pointed out earlier, Sampaja is not confined to just Kaya Anupasana, but also to the rest of the Anupasanas. So even if you want to be aware of the bodily processes, it is still important to have Sampaja of your thoughts, feelings and perceptions. All right?
So Bhante, are you saying that we are practicing Sampaja while engaged in any physical activities? Is that how it's meant here?
That's what it is stated in the text. You're supposed to be aware, but aware in what sense? Aware in of just physical activities or of your feelings, perceptions and thoughts as well. Because these are connected to the body activities. So before you can do anything, you have to process your intentions to see whether it's appropriate or not.
So it is not so important as to pay attention to what you are doing, but you practice this Sampaja while doing these things, meaning to say, regardless of what you're doing physically, you're practicing Sampaja.
Well, there's one interpretation. Do you get what he means? It's not so much being aware of your physical movements or the physical sensations in your body, but practicing clear knowing, acting in a clear way while carrying out your daily activities means actually watching your mind, being aware of what's happening in your mind while you are going about doing your daily activities. Can you see the difference? It's not just being aware of physical movements, intending to stretch or turning, the physical process of turning, but the what is going on in your mind. Why do you want to turn? As you turn, what is your reaction or response to the turning, to looking, and so forth. Okay, that's one way of interpreting. That is a Sampaja that is included in all the four Satipaṭṭhānas. Yeah, you're supposed to practice Sampaja in all the four Satipaṭṭhānas. It's one of the prerequisites for practicing Satipaṭṭhāna. Okay, let's now look at how the commentary defines Sampaja on page 27. There are four aspects of Sampaja according to the commentary. Sattaka Sampajanya, clear knowing of benefits. Sappaya Sampajanya, clear knowing of suitability. Gochara Sampajanya, clear knowing of domain. Asammoha Sampajanya, clear knowing of non-delusion. In terms of yogis, with particular relevance to a yogi, this means that before you carry out any of the detailed physical activities, you have to watch your mind. What is on your mind? What is your intention? As you are doing your walking meditation, something catches your attention at the corner of your eye. And so now, do you want to see or don't want to see? Yeah. So when something catches your attention and then the thought arises, now Sampaja means clearly knowing that an intention has a reason, right? And then you have to put it to a test. Ask yourself, is it beneficial for me to look? Okay. Then secondly, is it suitable for me to look? Thirdly, is it within my the domain of my meditation? And fourthly, do you know clearly that that intention is not you, not yours? It is just something that has a reason due to causes and conditions. Okay, these are the four aspects according, in particular reference to a yogi. Right. So, if you are not a yogi, not on an intensive personal retreat, but you are doing something else in your daily life, and also something catches your attention at the corner of your eye, you can also apply this same test in a modified way on the right hand corner, the right hand column, on page 27. I call it the bar test. You can ask yourself, is this beneficial? Is it appropriate? Is it relevant? Is it realistic? Before you carry out an intention to think about something, to plan out something, to say something, or to do something. So these are very useful criteria for one to put into practice. But again, This requires sati. It requires remembrance, remembering to look back at your mind. If you forget to look back at your mind, you'll be lost in that, in that intention. You'll be carrying out the intention before you know it. Right? So sampajanya comes in the wake of sati. That's why this term sati sampajanya or sato sampajano comes as a pair in the suttas. Yeah, you need to have sati before sampajanya can really operate. If you don't remember, sampajanya cannot operate.
Bhante, I have a
Yes.
question. Back to the earlier definition of external, to refer to somebody. So in this context, the external also refers to somebody.
Yeah,
So if the person is in the toilet, we should also have sati sampajana that is in the toilet. To what degree of practice are we talking about?
Yeah, that's why it's so important. It's questionable whether this refrain is really applicable or not. It's just a copy and paste job, and it becomes very mechanical.
Or it could actually, in this context, could actually refer to more oneself rather than somebody else.
Yeah.
Then
what is external?
Yeah, I mean the external may not even be in the picture. In some of the contexts, if the
Yeah.
person is walking, running, you can see that. But in certain situations, you may not know. Like if the person is in the room, you wouldn't know whether the person is sitting, standing, or lying
Well,
down.
if you don't see, you don't know. You don't have to know.
Yeah, so that's why I made here. In certain situations, the sati sampajana may not apply at all.
Of course. It applies only when you are involved in it, or when you actively see that person, doing something. Right. But the one you bring out is also very important. Is you question this relevance of this refrain to be applied to all the exercises. Maybe it's not as simple as that. Maybe it's not as mechanical as that. Maybe it shouldn't be there at all. Right? Yeah. So don't just accept everything hook, line, and sinker. We have to use our discretion. Okay. Now there's supposed to be something before your tea break. Tea break is at 4. Maybe we come back and go for tea break first, and then we come back and we do some guided meditation on clear knowing.